Hello everybody, it's Mr. Tokkuri Yashi. How is everybody doing? We're here for challenge quest beats, but today first we're going to start with a race. We're going to pick Korochi here. Let's see how she does in our race for today. Starto! She's off to a good start, really, but that's not always a good sign in these races. Often somebody comes from behind to win. Third for Korochi, we should have gone with Chica. Oh well, anyway. Here we go. It's still some more jewels. So how is everybody doing today? Jumping in here. Let's get... Oh no, we have another birthday. Is that Violet? It's Violet's birthday. Let's get our BGM back on. We didn't get that setting because we had to do the race. There we go. Right. And today we're here for Challenge Quest Beta, which is a new mode. When I first saw it, I thought it was here for a day, but no, it's here for a whole entire month. And there is a little bit of information about it. Not a lot though, as we can see. Challenge Quest Beta is a beta test, really, that there may be adjustments in the future for this mode here. And that it is here until the 16th of March, so we have a bit of time to get to it. I'm sure a lot of you have already given it a go. It seems to be pretty basic, really. You do need to use stamina to use them to take on the mode. Hit points TP are not carried over. It doesn't look like we can borrow characters either. Hello, Kasparov. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Nice to see you here. And we get rewards. We get some jewels for it as well. It's pretty much it by the looks of it. So I suppose it is not... make it difficult. We will see. That is what we're going to have a quick look at today. Nice to see you here, Kasparov. Right, well then, I guess, seeing as that is the name of the stream first, then let's find our challenge quest beta, which is here. And as you can see, I haven't jumped into it yet at all. We have 10 stages. Each boss we're facing here has an elemental weakness, so I guess we need to use a team of that element to take them on, and we get jewels as a reward. What more could we want than more jewels here? So, without further ado, then I guess we should jump into stage 1 here. We'll be seeing this great goblin here quite a lot recently, have we not? Oh, they even have past parties at the top. I haven't even seen that. So I guess if you're struggling, just pick a past party and give it a go. So I don't think we're going to need to do that, but if we do, we do. So we need a wind team for this. Yours affinity, but I would go for wind. And again, yes, you cannot borrow. We cannot borrow characters here for this. So do we just want to go? We I guess pick physical or magic. Well, we haven't used Shinatsu a lot, although I guess the best way to go will be with Guidance Kokoro and the new Perfect Ariel. Try and blast them that way. I've not used Shinatsu for a while. I've not used Wakana for a while, so let's try a physical team. Where is Wakana? Where are you, Wakana? She's on holiday. She's off on holiday. That's why I can't find her. She's heading out as we speak to the holiday resort. There she is. No! Psych, she's not. She's there. In fact, I've forgotten what the physical team is like on here because I haven't used Wind Physical for so long. Summer Amelia. You want to use Summer Amelia, and of course Carol. He's even a Wind Carol. He's not multiple targets. We do not want to go multiple target. Who else do we have on this? We could get. I know who we have. I don't have them, and I could have picked them, but I didn't yet because I still haven't used my tickets. Summer Precia and Summer Korea. So we'll stick. Shiori in as another DPS. We'll stick in. I guess we'll use Shizuru and we'll use Princess Kokoro in the place of the Summer Precia. So let's just see how difficult this is. Are we going to need to borrow to look at the past parties, or can't we just throw in any old team here and get a win? And can we do it faster than 2 times? We can! So let's speed it up a little bit. I know there we go. Goblin Brave. Well, he was very brave because he was completely outmatched there. So it's going to go one of 2 ways. There's a whole month to do this, so it's very difficult. Or I've not seen many people talk about this at all, so I guess it's not that difficult, especially well, it may get more difficult as we get up to the higher levels. That's maybe where we're going to have to put in a bit more effort. So there we go. Goblin Brave is defeated. Let's move on to Rai then. We need a light team for this. Again, single target. I'm quite looking forward to Suzuna's SP1. I'm getting round to it. I'm getting round to it. Hang in there, guys. I'm getting round to it. But it is a lot to unpack. And there is a lot of other stuff going on. That's why this mode's taking so long for me to get to. Anyway, let's not beat around the bush. I'm not a bush, I'm a tree. So don't beat around me. We could just stick in a team. Do we want to go physical or do we want to go with magical? Well, I guess... Where is she? Let's start at the front with a tank. I can't find her. They're all dazzling me with the golden brightness here. And who I'm looking for is... There she is. Xmas Saren. Of course we want Pilot Aoi on a physical team. Suppose we should try the new Neffy as the speed buffer. We can put in a DPS with a little lyrical trio. I guess he's still my best single target DPS on here. No Iroha, no Xmas Aquino. These two here though, Jita and Suzuna, 6-star, I think could probably be pretty good. Like I said, we'll look at their SP1 special unique equipments very soon. And one more character. I guess we don't really need to try too difficult. Let's stick in Ameth there. Hello, Shiro. The last three are hard. Well, let's get to those last three then and see how much of a challenge they deem. Obviously, Rai then not being too much of a problem if you are at max rank and you've got quite high Princess Knights, etc, etc. So there we go, Rai defeated. We didn't leave that on very long, did we? we are in speed mode. We are in... Should I rephrase that? We're trying to go quickly. Get to these harder stages at the top. Stage 3 then. It is greater golems. There's lots of greater enemies here. This time I guess it looks like we need dark. So I guess Kasparov, we can use Carol here. Let's stick in Princess Carol. We'll go magic then. And we'll use Princess Carol, which means we probably want these two. And I guess we would want Vampy. We can use Vampy. Ilya might be another interested in SP1. Stick in the Echidna. She was there drinking her tea. Let's see if we can beat Greater Golem. Well, looking at the damage already, it seems like Greater Golem 2 is not going to possess too much of a challenge here. Yay! Yay to Carol! We'll get onto it, but the 6-star Carol does have an SP unique equipment 1 as well, so maybe she will be back into favour. I've had a little look at them, like I said, but there's a lot to go through, so let's continue. She's just OP. Have you been testing her out? Oh, it's every Carol OP. Stage 4 then, and our Rain Spirits. Water, I guess they are asking for here. So, don't believe Rain Spirit is multiple target either. So if we're going to go physical, let's stick in Sheffy. Let's stick in... Who do we want to tank for this? I guess we can still use Violet. And then... I guess some of the usual suspects, and I guess we want another DPS, perhaps, or supporting DPS character. Who else might we have here on the physical team? You're going to be a tricky one, Summer Tamaki, to get their SP1. Well, to be honest with you, we haven't seen that big a ramping power, so maybe Sheffy will be good enough just with support to take out Rain Spirit. I suppose the Winter Cherry there will also do a bit of damage. Can't believe it's been 2 years now since we first went to the Winter Resort. Winter Uni there being almost 2 years old. 2 years old! That's pretty crazy stuff. She's just OP. Stamina running out. If it is, but we have got plenty of stamina pots in our gift box, so we're just going to have to go and crack one of those open if we run out, which we probably will do. Plenty of stamina. So there we go, not a problem there. But it's 10 stamina, isn't it, each run on here? And I don't know if there's any rerun value. Is there any rerun value in once you've beaten them and got the jewels to go in again? Just, probably not. This is not a place that we're grinding the connect arms or anything. I don't think. Water again against Electric Chicken here. Let's send the same team in then to see if it can win. How much stamina have we got left? We'll take a look when we get out of here. Electric Chicken is putting up a little bit more of a fight here. Although I still think we have plenty of firepower to turn them into Sunday dinner. Maybe we could use it to power the oven as well as it can cook itself with its own electricity. Is that a little sadistic? Maybe so, but let's maybe the chat is working there, is there? Although I can see a lot of the emoticons, but they don't seem to be appearing on the stream. Anyway, Electric Chicken is defeated. Has the Electric Chicken's feet been removed? Defeated. Probably a lot's been removed, but there we go. Let's move on then to our next stage here. Terra Turtle, or Titano Turtle, or Turtwig, if you like Pokemon. I guess it's these three that are difficult. We have got enough, I imagine, when it refills for 5 more stages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be okay without having to use a stamina pot. Could even give a clan member a like and then get some 10 stamina for that as well. So, Titano Turtle here, wanting a wind team. Now, Titano Turtle is multiple targets, I believe, so that means we should probably go for a multiple target. I was going to go magic. I guess we are going to have to go magic, and this is why I still think that Ceremonial Chica has more value than the Perfect Ariel, because she can handle this kind of a situation here. Suppose we'll put Spring Suzume on the team as well. I guess we want Shizuru there, Nuya Shizuru as a tank. I don't see a problem with putting Coco on as a support, so it's to damage his single target, but I'm sure she will help as a support. And I guess we want Summer Eris, the same old suspects here. I suppose we could have gone an Anemone team if we wanted to go. I suppose Anemone would work on this team as well. She can do magical damage if magical defense is lower. So if we come up with a bit of a problem here, which we might, or maybe we could try Anemone. I assume everybody has taken on Marissa in the story event, the second boss we've had in this story event, and Honey-Chan. I did do it. I would like to do it on stream, but I did it just so I didn't forget and didn't lose the jewels. Honey-Chan. It's a bit like the fight, isn't it, against Misora, who summons her plushy friend, and then you need multiple targets to hit the second target, because the first target, the Honey-Chan, absorbs all the damage. So I don't know, I'm just weird like that. I really hope that they release a Melissa playable character, and hey, you summoned Honey-Chan. I think that would be hilarious. Hilarious to see. Maybe I see a bit of myself in Honey-Chan. Maybe we look a little similar. Then again, maybe not. Okay, stage 7 then. A Mad Bear And we want a fire team for this, so I guess, of course, we are probably going to try and punch the Mad Bear to pieces with the Vista, who has, from what I have been hearing, a little bit of a competitor in the original Dafista here. When she gets her SP1 placed on her, we don't have that on yet. We don't have any connect rank in any of our characters at the moment. As a tank, well, I'm going to go with Summoner here. Of course, we want Nephi in here. You probably want Arachne. And it's the last character on here who, well, honestly, do we want Naya or could we go with Cannon? And to be honest with you, Nana has not really been used a huge amount. In fact, Nana has been a little bit of a trouble, I think. So let's see what happens with Nana. We probably Ho-Chan might have been a better pick. Or even maybe putting Christina on or somebody for a little bit more, another DPS. But let's see how it goes. Like I said, Nana here hasn't really seen a huge amount of use since her release. Let's try this setup then. If Cannon can tank it, and in some of those Elpis quests she couldn't, but maybe she is a good option. But we're gonna the Fists of Flame and the Sword of Flame. There's a lot of fire going on. No wonder they're on the fire team. What's not surprising at all. Heyo! Hello there, Wall. This game is still up. It is in Japan. It is the JP version of it. Is still up, yes. Which is what we are on now, even though it is mostly translated to English with a translation patch. But yes, JP is still up. The Thailand server ended. Is there another server up? Is I'm not sure actually. I think there might be one other server up still running, but most people play on the JP server if they are still playing. So there we have Mad Bear taken care of. So let's see then. Are these final impressive stuff? Yes, there's just been the 8th. We are actually still in the 8th anniversary. The 8th anniversary from the JP release. So yeah, it is still going, and they have in their 8th anniversary stream given us a roadmap for the next year. They have stuff, they have content planned and upgrades and new stuff planned all the way up to the 9th anniversary next February. So unless something untoward happens, they are still planning on the game going for at least one more year. Stage 8 then. The Nightmare. Nightmare again is single target and we want dark. So do we stick with magic? Or do we try a physical team? I'm sure that Kasparov would want us to stick with magic and try Carol still. So let's do that thing then, shall we? Stick with magic. This time we will have a slightly different team. Instead of Vampy, we'll put in Neneka here. Might have been a better option. We could maybe try Ranfer, although guess Echidna, why ever not? So let's run it then. This is, well, I guess let's see if this is where things get a little more difficult then. We need to actually try and plan out a team. Well, there we go. Things are getting a little more difficult. We can't just throw anybody in at this point and hope for the best. So, if we want to keep this team alive, maybe we can do something like this. Put Vampy in there. Maybe Vampy is a 6-star. Can be a little more tanky. Or maybe I'm going to get proven wrong right here. Well, Carol still went down. So did Neneka and Vampy. Well, there we go. It is looking like this can be maybe a little bit difficult. Maybe we are going to have to try a physical team here. Of course, there's always past parties if we get really stuck. So, maybe we want to keep Eris, perhaps, instead of putting in Grace. So I guess we'll go with, let's see how the typical physical lineup would do then. We probably would like to put in, who else would we like to put in here? Is Eriko or Makoto Commander? I suppose they did have debuffs to the opponent. If we are dying, that might help a little bit. Other than that, who... Well, I suppose I don't have Sasuke, so I can't put Sasuke in. I'm sure there was maybe 6-star Makoto, who also has... Does she know she doesn't have an SP? I just saw one on the friends list earlier that did have Connect rank in it. So I think my approach with Connect rank is probably working on all the ones with SP unique equipments first, just so that at least we can try and test them out. So can this physical team do a little better? Can they survive, or are we going to get absolutely blasted? We got absolutely blasted there. So maybe Commander Makoto then. She does have a bit of an attack debuff, although I'm not holding out a huge amount of hope. Let's see if that can work. Well, no, she went down as well. That's getting a little bit worried here. Is there anyone else that I'm missing that could potentially help here? Maybe, like I said, if we swap Grace for Eris. Eris too will have barriers of help, keep healing and etc, etc. So maybe if she gets them up quick enough, that might be enough. Still not enough. Makoto is down. This is, well, yes, like we was warned, getting a little bit more difficult here. When do we look at past parties? Maybe we're not supposed to be taking these on without a little bit of a look. That's why we've got a whole month to do it. Bikala, maybe Bikala could help. Let's see if Bikala can help us. Look at the past parties, tried one of them and it didn't work. Well, maybe we're going to have to do that in a second because Christina is already down. Maybe we try Eris instead of Grace again? Do you think we got to go for a double tank? I mean, even though it's single target, do you think we're going to have to go for double tank? But then, well, Christina is down again. There must be some really obscure team then that they're expecting us to use here for this. I mean, Tamaki steals TP. Would Tamaki help in that respect? What about Really? We haven't used Really for a while. Or Precia here. Precia and Korea. So let's try these two. They might help keep us alive. They're supposed to deflect damage away, and well, it didn't help Christina. Holy moly, yes. What level is this guy? Only level 300. Shall we do it? Shall we do it? Or do we want to keep fiddling around the edges? Maybe Grace is needed with her kind of damage immunities too, but Christina, straight away, whoever's in slot 2 there, or the second space, is going down really quickly here. So, well, I didn't actually consider the possibility that we get stuck and we can't actually beat all 10 stages. So let's have a look at these past parties. They seemingly have gone with magic, and there's a lot of Warlock G2 in there who I can't use. Everybody on here has used magic, so let's try this team then and we'll see if it works for me, or if we have the same experience and it does not work. So if this doesn't work, then we're probably out of ideas, aren't we? We're going to have to keep fiddling around the edges. Well, Echidna had to revive herself there. She was getting battered right down. The damage here looks pretty nasty. We should have a revive up now from Eris. We should have some kind of stats build up, which is going to help us here. I suppose why, because we have this past parties available to us, that's why I've not seen any teams suggested by anybody anyway, because, well, you don't really need them. If we do this, well, it's looking like this is working a lot better. Would we have ever come to this? In fact, this is the exact... No, it's not the exact team. It's very similar to the first team that we used, isn't it? We had Violet tanking instead of Kuka there. And we had Carolyn instead of Vampy. So, GG's indeed for this team here. So, we will try a few, and then I guess we'll have a look at past parties if we cannot beat it. But then, I suppose, I guess a mode where we can get jewels and it isn't mega difficult, I don't think anyone will complain about that too much. We don't want the most complicated battle fight here that is going to take us forever to beat it. Well, Nepturion then. Let's move on to Nepturion then. And we have a light weakness here, and this boss is multiple tiger. We did fight it last clan battle. So, how are we going to approach this one then? Are we going to try magic and have Karuru as the tank? Did I build my dream pack Maho? Did I build her? Are we going to have to go and do that? I think she's still missing a few things. Yes, I still haven't fully put on her EX equipment. Still haven't fully put on her EX equipment. And a speed buffer, anemone because we're going magic we'll try. And then... I mean, Nenica maybe, but I'm assuming this boss is going to hit pretty hard. So I'm going to stick in Ameth here on our first run to again force some damage nullification and healing support. So let's see how we do. First time I'm using my Dream Pack Mao. Admittedly, she's not fully equipped yet. Who else could we have put in here maybe if we didn't have our Dream Pack Mao? I'm just trying to think who maybe we would have used. This boss though, seemingly, unless anything goes untoward, has provided less resistance than the Nightmare did. It's... "20 seconds to go, and he's nearly defeated. Our idol girls here are cooking up a storm, it seems. So there we go. Oh, it's getting close. 3 seconds. If we didn't win there, we would have had to have gone through. We would have had some re-rolling to do to make sure that Mario had a proper equipment on her ready for this fight. But there we go. Nepturion beaten there with our first team. And Uzuki there doing most of the damage. And a tank, Karuru, second. I guess Dreamback Mario would have done more damage if she had better equipment. But alas, there's a lot been going on. So that means we move through to the final stage then. Aquarius, I believe his name is. Fire then. This dude this dude here is multiple target 2, I believe. Like, so I guess we're gonna have Dafista. Now, this, again, I don't have the SP special equipment on Hiyori, but the team we have been running for multiple targets has been this. But if Hiyori's damage is nearly the same as Ada's here, maybe this could be the new multiple target team for Fire Physical. But since we don't have it on it, we're going to have to run the old team first and see how it does. If we are going to be overwhelmed with damage like well against Nightmare, or if we can take it down first try. Of course, our Summer Nea here has got a few extra stats and a bit higher attack than she had before. Now that the 6-star Naya is 6-star, I've got a bottom rank Sarah is there. He's so close to death, and she has gone down. Maybe that means we're going to have to potentially take. Well, it looks like the rest of the team might be able to do it. We might have to take out Fubuki there and put in Ho-chan, perhaps for a little bit more support for Aira. Well, then again, maybe we're not going to do it because we have lost. Because we've lost Aira, we've lost our biggest source of damage here. We didn't quite have enough damage to take out Aquarius there. So that does mean we're going to have to fiddle around the edges a little bit with this team. So I guess what we will do then is we'll take out Fubuki. I mean, we meet with her SP1 might be a pretty good option for this too. Let's stick in Ho-chan then. A bit more support. Let's hope that Aira can carry the damage then with this one. How is Shiori? Shiro? How is Shiro? Oh, talking about the top fans. Well, I think it's very. What's the word? It doesn't really have a particular rules or reason as to who it gives to one. Whoever spoke last, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But where are we? We've just gone over another hour, haven't we? So I don't know if it people that chats per hour. I don't know how it works. How it works. If I say hello, I'll jump to number 1. Anyway, this team is looking like it's doing a little bit better. Aira is still alive. But does that mean we have enough damage to take out Aquarius? As long as nothing befalls our team, it looks like we should be okay now. And there we go, 14 seconds left. And there we go, Aquarius is defeated. I suppose it is another interesting mechanic with the Elpis battle that we saw earlier. Bringing in the time mechanic, having to beat bosses by a certain time. I suppose they could just try to calculate and just make it work, but I suppose there is 300 jewels earned for that victory. So that is Challenge Quest Beta completed then. I guess this isn't going to be a big drain on us at all. We can get to it when we're ready. If they give us a full month to do it and to grab a few more jewels, not bad at all. I don't think there is any real point in rerunning the phase, is there? Still ask for stamina to rerun the phase, but I don't think we even drop any. There's not even any drop rewards. So maybe just as a test in a showcase, perhaps. But that is that. So we have a free temple. Let's do our free temple, and then I suppose I have beaten 8, 10 dark and light deep quests, so we can go through level 9 perhaps and see if we can get to the end of those deep quests as well. Hello, Kirabo. Hi, are you planning to do a video talking about the unique equipment SPs? I am indeed, and I do feel like I should have got to it a bit sooner over the weekend. Then I think we'll start with that. I think the first video we'll be looking at the cost and the equipment that we need to do it, so we can calculate how many of these orbs and how much equipment we're going to need, resources we're going to need to do all of them. I think 30 of them, is there? Oh, it's the 36 of them with SP1s. And then we'll start looking at the passives. So we will work through it methodically, and we will get on with it. Hopefully we can get on with it starting from tomorrow. So in what, 12, it's about 18 hours perhaps, we may have the first video up. Yes, so we're at the 10 pull. We have a free 10 pull. I haven't done it today. I already have Nea. Neffy Nera, sorry. I already have her. So if we get her again, it's free shads for her, but I'd rather all you guys who got her if you haven't got her already. I wish we could save these, to be perfectly honest with you, because I mean the last couple that I've done have not had 3-star characters in them, which is not, I'm not complaining at all. And this one too, no 3-star character in it. All my luck came at the very beginning, so I can't complain about it at all. So there is the free pull, waiting till the 28th for our next summon. So we can jump into Deep Quest. We have Light Deep Quest. Well, actually, we do. We have 3 of them, Wind, Light and Dark, that we haven't beaten yet. So in the background here, I'm going to bring up our Deep Quest teams, which should still be on the same tab in here. So when it loads up, yes, here it is. Shall we try Light 9 first? So we have a couple of teams here. I suppose the top one is one that I can build. Now we have a Dream Pack mouse, so let's bring the game back up. Everything is on the same screen here. And we're going to need some more stamina, aren't we? So let's, before we do that, go in, well, we could even do that, or we could just jump in here and get our 400 stamina for that. So there we go. Simples. Simples. Now we have plenty of stamina. Do you have any free spot in clan? It's days before clan, but I think some new people have been joining. We are currently $30 out of 30, so unfortunately it doesn't look like we do have any free space in the clan at the moment that I am in. It's not my clan, I'm not the leader of the clan, but unfortunately it looks like we have no space in there at the moment. Although after clan battle, maybe 1 or 2 people might leave. Although that is not a decision that I have anything to do with or any control over. So maybe you can ask again after clan battle. And we will see what the situation is then. So 9-1 then. These shouldn't be too difficult. Little isn't it? Hey, no worries there, Nakikes. Nakikes, how do you say? I'm sorry, say your name. What is that, Casper? Is he holding some dollar bills there, that guy? My eyes are a little bit, I need my glasses. I don't have my glasses. Right, so let's stick in this team in here. We'll see how quickly it takes us to just rattle through. We can put Dream Pack Mao in again. She's not fully done, but hopefully it won't be too big a problem for this. We will see then if we can get to the boss here, 9-10, and if we stand a chance. Still haven't used me tickets. The main reason we haven't used the tickets is because I can't decide whether I want to get JJ Samumi or Summer Sheffy. It's one or the other. I'm not sure which one I would pick out of the two. Maybe the decision might be made with this Deep Quest stages then. If we are finding we need one or the other and we don't have them, we can't borrow them, then that might make up my mind. I just think it's a thumbs up. And we have a fishy there as well. Hello everybody, how are you doing? So there we go. We're not even paying any attention. So let's move on then to the next round then. Now this one is going for... Get out of here, shop. Get out of here, shop. We don't need the shop. This one is going for a physical team. Like 9-2. So, two of them have got Geogen, Samugi, and Sheffy in there. There's some Sheffy. So, this is what I'm saying. Which one do we pick? We can't always try the bottom one, though. And maybe we could put in Neffy, Neira instead of Labby. But I'm sure Labby will be pretty good for that anyway. So, let's see if we can stick in this team here. Was it Ameth at the end? Who was it at the end? It was Ameth. We did have Labby, but do we want to try Neffy Neira instead? Seeing as she is to be pretty good for this mode. And then we had a Sheffy as the tank. Do we have one to borrow? We could, or if not, we're going to have to use somebody else. Maybe Xmas Saren. We do have one, a Dev Friend one. Do we try the Dev Friend one first? And if not, we have to rethink things. Don't know why all your messages aren't coming through. Weird. At least it's easy to rewrite. Well, don't spam too much. I don't want YouTube to ban you. We have had problems before with people and YouTube and its algorithms banning people out of my control. And if it thinks you are spamming chat, then maybe it will do that as well. So you don't want to anger the YouTube. That's yeah, something to consider there. 9-2 light. I'm still stuck on 8-10. Well, I didn't do it. I've been trying it on stream. I did manage to beat 8-10 myself with a different team. Now we've got Neffy Neira there. But it is annoying. It is annoying how it keeps healing. It's a balance of not taking damage from the summoned sprouts while still doing enough damage to the boss. So, no, I don't think YouTube would warn you first either. Because, yeah, I've gone through this with another viewer who did get banned by YouTube. And it was out of my control. I looked for everything to try and see if there was on a ban list on my channel and all sorts, and it wasn't. And I guess it did turn out that it was a YouTube shadow ban, and it lasted a month. So you're missing Pilot Owie. Well, no, she's not available, is she? With the free ticket. She will be returning very soon, though. Not next month, the month after is when her return is for her unique equipment. But yes, a very valuable character. So let's move on then to stage 3, 9-3. And again, we're going magic by the looks of this one. So let's send in. It's the same team that we used on 9-1, isn't it? So I was going to say, why can't we have pre-built teams? We can't have pre-built teams up here. Pre-built teams, but we haven't pre-built them. So let's find everybody that we need and send them in. They are aiming at my forehead. The ban hammer. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Wasn't she on the limit? She's on the limited subtics. Yes, if you wanted to buy her with some real money, you could pick her from that. And a very good pick indeed, if you was to do so. I'm not even paying attention to this. I'm assuming we are winning. I'm assuming we are winning. But then, you know, something could always befall our team here. we do seem to be cutting through the opponents here pretty well. So let's get ready then and move on then to 9-4. And it looks, well, the exact same team is here for 9-4. If we just bring it up here. At the same time, he's here for 9-4, but there is a couple of physical teams as well. So we might as well just send in the same team again. Team method is already in the bar down at the bottom. Let's send them in again against... It was the same team? It was the same team, no changes. There we go. So let's see how they do against this boss here. Boss? Just team, what am I talking about? Anyway, ooh, anemone, hang in there. We don't want any mishaps. So who do we have on the light element with SP equipped? We've got Jita and Suzuna and Yukari. Yukari is looking pretty interesting too. Although I don't know if the SP1 would get it back into being used that much. She just TP boosts a bit more than she used to, by the looks of it. May have played a bit too much of Holo Cure. I have every upgrade maxed out. Every upgrade I'm doing well. Again, yes, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And it's something. Well, I guess I should really be playing Holo Cure 2. There's so many things going on. So many other things going on to try and fit in. But if we have time, I guess we can jump in again. I'm pretty far behind. I haven't even unlocked everybody yet. There's a lot more to unlock. And there was the Holo versus Robo game as well, which has been around for a couple of weeks now. That looked pretty interesting as well. I was thinking about maybe playing that, but it's finding the time, isn't it? So let's move on then to 9-5. The same team is in here. Well, actually, it is at the bottom, same team here, but this top one, we've got Hatsune instead of Kasumi, so we could just let it run again. Make sure it's up on screen. Where are we? Yes, it's up on screen. Let's run it again then. Keep them in until they are defeated. We can continue. Do you fancy playing Holo vs Robo? There's quite a few indie games, isn't there, for Hololive? What else? I mean, the Treasure Island game as well. That was a bit like Suika, but 3D Suika. Would maybe be a little stressful. But, yes, there is a lot. And of course, it shouldn't be too long now, should it? Until the official mobile game is released. Holoduri, or Holo Dreams. Rhythm, mainly a rhythm game. We will maybe have a look at that too. I guess rhythm games certainly isn't my preferred genre of game, I don't think, but we could have a look at it, I suppose. We're gonna have to at least check it out and see what it's like. But all of the copyrighted music in it, it's a streamer's nightmare, I guess. All the copyrighted music, I can see even the Hololive talents that do play it on stream having troubles as well. Maybe YouTube will ban their stream or whatever, or at least copyright it, and then they're going to have to go through all of the procedure of challenging the claims. Anyway, that's for the future. For now, we can move to the next stage then, 9-6. And we are looking at a physical team, so we're going to have to switch out to physical. Double tank or a pilot owie. Which one shall we go for then? Shall we go for this bottom one? Let's try this bottom one then. Let's find it here. Let's send in this in there. We're going to say, again, I think we're going to have to use the dev friend Sheffy. Infinity Lighter makes a difference. Anyway, let's send it up. This has got... Shall we change it up? Of course we should change it up. Although it does change their positions. Maybe we saw we needed a double tank. Maybe this is going to be a bad idea. Trying to change it up like this. And Neffy's going to go down, and then we're going to be in trouble. So, where is she? She should still be here. Is it a deaf friend? They just seem to remain. Let's see what happens then. Hello, QB. Where do you see all the docs of the best live teams? It is the Worry Chefs Google Docs. I can, if you like. I'll go back to the homepage on it in the background, and I can paste this and stick it in the chats, which means me doing this, and hopefully it's not gonna destroy the stream. Hopefully there's not streamception. I can't do that. I can't go to streamception. If I open my own stream, going through desktop audio, that might be a little bit strange. So let's go into YouTube Studio then. We can get to chat that way. There we go. That's the spreadsheet for it. How are we doing? How's the team doing? We are leaving them unsupervised. And if it didn't get down yet, she hasn't gone down yet. And you just have uni left. It might be sleepy time. These streams awesome bedtime stories. Thank you for joining, Kasparov. Hopefully we will see you again next time. It's always a balance trying to find the right time to stream. Study suits most people. But anyway, we did get a win there on the... I'm not seeing this. So let's move on to the next stage. 7-9. Or 9-7, should I say? Not 7. We ain't doing no stupid memes here. We were close. But anyway, 9-7. We are looking at Magic again, I suppose. And I suppose the same team that we sent in before, which looked like it was doing perfectly well. So let's go for that as well then. It's been working well so far, so let's send them in again. Kururu, Nenika, Anemone, here she is. We know where they all are now because we picked them so many times. Maho still needs her equipment. Kasumi up here at the top. So off we go to the races, as they say. Be Neffy do really shine in multiple target enemies? Well, yes, she does do a pretty good job there. You want to call it a Buddha Neffy? What is it? What is the I'll be... What? Bear with me 1 minute. My brain is... I'll remember it eventually. I will remember it eventually. BK. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. The other name that it means. We could B or BK Neffy. Anyway, I don't think they have her in this Google Docs because it was obviously these teams were created when these modes came out, which was quite a while ago now, probably several months ago. For some reason, the doc is blank. I don't know why that is. Maybe try refreshing it. I'll say refreshing it. Is it? Let's see if I bring it up on my. Well, I click on the link on the laptop. Go to site. Let's see what it brings up for me on my laptop here. Badonkers. Is she Badonk? Wait, it's the links worked for me on my laptop. Maybe you have to maybe try again. I think the link is correct. I don't know why it's blank. Well, at the bottom, if you look at the bottom of the Google Docs, there are a few tabs. You need to click on one of those tabs, and those tabs, this is for 8 and 9. If you wanted teams for 1 to 7, there is a different sheet for that. But yeah, you need to click on the tabs at the bottom of the document, and it will take you to a different tab. Maybe that would help. So, we have defeated that stage there. Where are we? Where is the game? Here is the game. That will bring us to stage 9-8. So, let's have a look at 9-8 then. And again, we're going back to physical. New Year's moniker is a suggestion here for one of these teams. So let's maybe send in the top team there. Let's try the top team again. Again, we're going to have to borrow the Summer Chefy from the support. Where's she gone? There she is. And then, of course, Panadao, he's always there. Krigita being used a little bit this time. She hasn't been used too much. And again, I suppose we will substitute in this Buddha Neffy here for the Lava Race. So maybe you can be a little bit more helpful here than Labby was, but Labby will still get you through it if you only have Labby, I should think. So far, so good. Keeman Bushin, that's it. Keeman Bushin Neffy. I don't know why my brain had forgotten it, but yes, it could be called Keeman Bushin Neffy or Buddha Neffy. Either way, we all know who we are talking about. So she helps the team win there. She did okay damage as well as a speed buffing support. Almost keeping up with Krigita there. So, one more stage, and then we can take on the boss. Let's see if we can take on the boss. Lightning Horn there. He's just sitting there waiting for us to appear. Lightning Horn. So, this looks a little complicated here, Lightning Horn. But first of all, let's stay with this team here. We'll go for the physical team. And what does that mean we need to change? We need to take out Hatsune Shiori, and we need to take out Krigita. We put in a little lyrical trio, and we put in Ameth. And of course, we need to find our friend Chefy again. Thought that was another one there. It wasn't. It was a Yukino. Similar colour hair. We're going to go for hair colour. Right. Let's see how this works then against this 999. 999. No, 999. I'm going to have a look at the background. What is the team looking like for? Can I even build any of these teams for 9-10? Is there any that doesn't have a huge complicated timeline? The answer to that is probably no. There aren't any that don't have a huge complicated timeline. So we will see, won't we? And maybe my Dream Pack Mario, he's going to need hair. He's going to need hair equipments. Proper equipments there. Well, there we go. We have a victory. So we can give Lightning Horn a little bit of a prod, I suppose. Did I hear Watanabe? No, I didn't. She's not in this game. Right, Lightning Horn then. Well, as you can see here, there are a lot of teams. There are a lot of complicated timelines. There are. Yes. So I think the one with the smallest timeline is this one here. So let's see if we can send this team in. We're going to need to borrow Sister Kasumi. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, she's not available with the tickets yet. She's still more of a recent character, but we do have one up here. So what did he... Oruta Nate keeps disappearing. Keeps disappearing. Thank you for the Sister Kasumi. Let's see if this is enough then to get us through. With a Dream Partner, like I said, is still not optimal. And then we have our our fluffy fuzzy sisters. No, that's the wrong ones. We have our Akari and Yori. And let's see how we do against Lightning Horn here. Hello, Legend! How are you doing? Nice to see you can make it again. We've taken on Challenge Quest Beta. And now we're taking on the Deep Quest. Seeing if we can take these final bosses out. We've got 9, 10 for Wind yet, which we haven't looked at, that we haven't beaten yet. Baron of Fungus, we've got this 9, 10 here for Light. And we have 9, 10 for Dark. We still need to get through all the stages of Dark 2 to get to 9, 10, so we will do that next. We'll see if this team can just full auto Lightning Horn now. Seeing as now we have got an increase to Princess Knight. Higher than what I guess was intended to take out Lightning Horn here. Maybe I can show that after the fight as well. I had already reached cap, so I'd been saving a lot of those astral spheres and shards. So when the cap was raised, I managed to get quite a few levels. Close. If we don't win, Dream Pack Maho gets a better book. But we didn't need it. Even without full equipment. There we go. Lightning Horn is beaten with all of the upgrades. No Connect rank, but all of the upgrades. We have Flying Through. Who's my favourite? Oak, Willow, Redwood. My favourite tree? Maybe I did have a favourite tree not so long ago. But you're talking about Redwood. I do have some Redwood seeds on my windowsill that I'm trying to grow. I don't know if they will grow. Time will tell. But if they do, I guess I can show some pictures. Where are we going to put a giant Redwood, a Sequoia Dendron Giganteum, in anywhere around here? I don't know. But I've got the seeds, and we're going to see if they grow anyway. We've defeated the Light Deep Quest until they decide to give us some new stages. So, like I was talking about Princess Knight, you can see here we're already up to 1046-ish, Light 1051. Elemental Skill. Well, actually, holy moly, we can actually unlock quite a bit more in this, can we not? No, we can't. We're going to go to here. But that's the end of it. They've only released to there, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 tiers away from completing that again already. We're going to do Dark, and we're going to do Wind. So do we want this Wind? I suppose we don't need to do any Water. We can unlock that to 3 with what we've got. Master Skill are up to 98. They have now put this number in so we can see how many we are up on Master Skill. I don't think we have any more for that. Can't unlock any more of them. Anyway, back to Deep Quest then. Shall we try Baron Fungus? He's been a bit of a pain in the butt. We didn't want that. We wanted this. Show them love. The Sequoiadendron Giganteum. Well, there's a couple of pine seeds in there too. See if the pine grows. I'm not 100% sure if it's Scots pine or Corsican pine. Pinus nigra or Pinus sylvestris. Because there was a mixture of both trees where I collected them. So we will see if they grow, if we can find out which is which. So we wanted to be in here. We wanted to be in here. Palmy, the friend tree guy. He's a nice dude. He's a princess enjoyer. There's a little bit of taboo about that kind of thing going around the media at the moment. I do not want to be what's the word? Associated with that kind. But anyway, I am a princess enjoyer in this respect. No, we have beaten this dude. What am I talking about? Oh, he is water. Ah, we didn't need the water, not the wind. Here he is, windy, the little shiitakes. Can we take on the little shiitakes? What do you do, little shiitakes? Well, we do have some teams for the little shiitakes here. And this is why I'm saying Sumaruka was a high value character. Maybe we could try that team and try Summonea. Summonea, the 6-star Nea, instead of Ruka. But I think we don't have the Nozomi. So we could try this team, and instead of Ruka, put in Nozomi. There is no reason why we shouldn't. There is no reason why we shouldn't. So let's try putting that team in and see how it works. Let's see how it does. Come on, Baron Fungus. You cannot defeat the slime. You cannot defeat the slime. I've been trying it with the physical lot. So let's try it with the slimy, with the magic lot. Let's try with the physical lot here. We just say to use Idol Master Rin. Although perhaps Violet might be okay. We could try Violet. If not, you and you. I choose you. So we'll send it in full auto anyway. Again, see if our extra Princess Knight is enough now just so we can full auto this. Come on, we need to take out Baron Fungus and these little shiitakes here. We have our own summons as well. You may have your summoned little shiitakes, but we have Ow and Akka. Akka and Ow. Whichever way around you want to say it. However, we could maybe do with a little bit more damage here. But it is still early days. Maybe things will ramp up a little bit. As long as Baron Fungus doesn't get the heal from his little shiitake. I think they do heal him a little bit, do they not? 38 seconds to go. This is maybe the first real test here of our 6-star Nea. I think I would have liked to have seen a bit more damage by now. Maybe the Izanami Violet isn't the best choice for this fight, doing percentage-based damage. You want to take out those little shiitakes as quickly as you can. Which, is there going to be a ramp up of damage at the end? Because if not, we are going to struggle here, I think. Is Baron Fungus still going to get the last laugh today? It looks like he may. We need to do some serious damage now. Pecorini's giving it here all, but no, we still didn't beat this damn Baron Fungus. Not with that team anyway. Will you lock in? This is not it is real life, this is. Life and death. Pecorini is distraught. So what can we do then? We can try the magical team, perhaps. We could try the magical team full set and see how it does. If we have a Misora to borrow. Let's see if there is a Xmas Misora still on the friends list. If not, then well, there is, but it's... Oh, no, it is a friend. Although it doesn't look... Has she got her equipment? I think she must have her equipment on. No, she doesn't have any equipment on. They've been taken off. We're going to have to... We have to try it anyway. We're going to have to try it anyway. So, we want... I don't even know what my equipment is. I've been shifting my equipment around all over the place as well. So maybe some of my characters here, some of this team don't have their full equipment on either. Well, yeah, the two main DPS still have decent-ish equipment there, I think. So let's send it in full auto then, and we'll see how it does full auto. And if not, we may be forced to run a little bit of a timeline. The best one? The best one of what? The best one of what? The best tree? The best princess? The best way to beat a mushroom? They are funny little fellas, aren't they? If they weren't so annoying. Again, looks like it could do with a bit more damage. Time is a ticking, and we haven't really done a lot yet. And now he's healing. He does heal. He has been healing. So the physical team did seem like it was doing a better job. Although we don't have that Summaruka. Other tanks that have been used for that physical team include Shizuru. Maybe we could try Summer Shizuru instead of a Rin. Because this is certainly not working. Something has gone horribly wrong with the magical team. So, let's go back to physical. And let's try Summer Shizuru instead of Rin, Idolmaster Rin. Where is she? We're going to stick with the rest of the team though. We are going to persevere with Nea. Actually, no, not you. No, not you. You! This team has actually got Summer Nozomi in it instead of Winter Cherun. So we're going to have to try Winter Cherun anyway because we don't have Summer Nozomi either. I guess my unconscious brain was trying to click on the other than Nozomi. Let's see if just swapping out the tanks or a different tank will do better against these little Shiitake guys. No borrow. Oof. Oof indeed. Well, we maybe have a Summer Nozomi to borrow, I suppose. We could have a look. We could have a look. But I think he's one of the characters that has been forgotten a little bit nowadays. Not one of the top characters that people will put up as a friend unit, but he's the Baron of the Fungus. We need some anti-fungal cream. Girls, secret here. Coat your weapons with anti-fungal cream. And maybe we'll have better luck. But yours just don't have a newer EX stuff. Well, we could always try it, I suppose. The EX equipment does make quite a bit of a difference. If we was only a few... Well, if we wasn't very far away from beating him, we would then be looking at EX equipments and seeing how we could upgrade them. However, it doesn't look like we're going to here. Baron Fungus is holding firm. She's not the main attacker. Well, I suppose Nozomi, yeah, she's more of a support TP. But, we do have TP equips now as well. 15 seconds to go. Let's see how close we are. I don't think we're looking like we have that close, to be perfectly honest with you. Still need to do over 60 million damage. in 8 seconds. That's a bit of a tall order, it seems. $44 million damage, I think it said we still needed to do. So yes, perhaps we are going to struggle here a little. Still going to struggle here a little bit. Having a look at seeing who is set and who is unset on some of these teams. I suppose there are the timelines to run, but who else? Let's have a look then, see if is there a cherry in there? Do we have? I mean, the timelines won't work because none of them have got Naya in them. I really would be surprised to see a summer Nozomi here, but yes, no summer Nozomi, but there is a Ruka, although it is a friend, dear friend Ruka there. I'm not holding out a huge amount of hope for this, so let's just see. It may end up being worse because we are losing out on the support, and the supports are actually very valuable. You hate this boss so much. TP, yeah, we do have now equipment that you can put TP boost on, so I think a maximum of an extra 12 TP boost, which could be quite interesting, I suppose. Pekarine's down. This is why we needed that support. We needed that help. So yeah, this is not going to work. Who could even wear it? I think without running a timeline, we may be in a bit of trouble here. Because I don't know who else we might try. Put Riri in instead. That might help. Possibly. If not, I think we are probably pretty stuck. We'll move on to Dark, and then maybe we'll come back to here again. Max level 370, I think. Once characters are limit broken, is it 370 or 380? But then looking at the boss here, 377. Once we get over that, it will give us a higher chance to crit, won't it? Because I think that's how it works. Is Riri going to be the key here? We'll see. We're still going to do a lot more damage. There's still a long way to go. Do we want to be unsetting any of these? Maybe Winter Uni would be unsetting. It might help a little. I don't know. I don't know that we're actually going to get this, are we? There is still certainly a lot more damage we need from this team. Maybe Baron Fungus will be the last survivor, eh? Yeah, we're not doing this in 15 seconds, so we don't get stuck banging our heads. We'll take a break. We'll move on to Dark. Here, we'll do Dark. But yeah, let's just check level. I think it is 370, 380 we're at. Yeah, 380 with limit break, so 370, yes. We can now limit break 15 as well. So if you had Connect rank in up to bonus 9, level 9 Connect rank, you could then limit break another 5 levels. All of that to look at. All of that to look at. So let's get over to the Dark Deep Quest then, and the same as with Light, we have got these stages to get through, and then our boss that it will not let us look at until we've reached him. So let's go over to Dark 9. and see what is being suggested here. So, Salasaria Hiyori in that top team. I don't have hair, unfortunately, so we can't build that. If we want to go physical, though, we can go to the bottom one there, or we could try this magic team. It is the first one there, so let's stick in this magic team and give it a try. I'm pretty sure, mostly, we've almost got it in already. We just need to put Vampy in. Mostly, for the entirety of this dark run, we're probably going to keep Violet there in their tanking position. She is stuck in there, I think. She's there if we want to try. Well, I guess we can, as I guess we can try. One try, I suppose. See if she takes the place of Riri. There is timelines and stuff, but let's beat this fight first. As soon as we're in. Look, it's only asking for Role Mastery 3.4. I'm pretty sure anyone that's been playing regularly will be up a bit higher than that by now. And Masterpiece 77, was I on 90 something? So, hopefully we should not have any problem with this. Two opponents remaining, is it? They're still hanging in there a little bit, aren't they? There we go, down. 24 seconds, and we got 24 seconds to go. So let's just do one more try. We get one more try with Baron Fungus. The Baron Fungus hate is real. Baron Fungus hate is real. Let's take out Riri then. Let's try a Summon Nozomi. She is there. Thank you very much. And, well, will these little shiitakes infest us with their spores once more? Hopefully not, but again, all we're doing really here with this team is swapping Sumaruka for our 6-star Naya. Well, I think he's pretty competent character indeed. Should be lowering the damage that we're taking too, although we need to do more damage. We need to do more damage if we can. Again, maybe we would have liked to see a little more damage by now. we will lock in on Dark. I'm sure we've got plenty to do on Dark, but oh, he healed again. He healed there. Did you see that? So annoying. No one. Yeah, this is why we really don't like healing bosses. Although it does look like it's doing a bit better than our previous attempts here. "13 seconds, his health is going down. Is the life flashing before the eyes of the Baron? Oh no, he healed! He healed right at the very end there. He still had one trick up his sleeve. 25 million damage remaining on his health bar, so we definitely did a lot better there. So that is a case of our Summon Nozomi there really helping the team. I don't think there is much we can do with equipment. Let's have a look at our equipment. Have I taken EX equipment off to use on other characters and left them a little bit bare? Can I borrow? I can borrow this off Christina with a bit of defense put on. I left that HP on there only because I was getting that damn frustrated with it. Shouldn't really be there, but it is. So we could borrow that for Pecorine. Our other main DPS is Naya. What has she got in terms of equipment? She may use the same. No, she doesn't. Well, this Naya has one. We'll borrow it next to Naya. We'll give her a better equipment there for air armor. And we had... Where is she? We had the tank, a tank as Summit Shizuru. What equipment has she got? Can we up her damage just a little bit? Maybe up her unique equipment a little bit. Well, definitely. She needs a lot of stuff here, so I guess we're going to borrow. Wish she could have her own. Legend, do you want to go re-rolling? Do you want to go re-rolling? We can go re-rolling. Although as a tank, you'd have thought she probably would want defense. But... and the other Shizuru has a sword, so we can Shizuru swap the sword. Let's go to ultimate synthesis. Doesn't that music install PTSD? Can you even hear it? Anyway, enough messing about. We're going to be long enough trying to re-roll this equipment for her. Anyway, gotcha time indeed. There's definitely gotcha with this. Holy moly. How long are we going to take? What do we... This is the section of the stream where we talk about what we've been doing today. Not perfect 1.6 attack, but we'll keep it for now. What have we been doing today? Did anybody else watch the 24-hour charity relay from Hololive English where they were raising money for the animals? Because they raised quite a lot. Was it something around about $240,000, I think? Somewhere around about that after the end of that stream. Why can't they do a charity stream for Tokkuri Yashi? I don't think people would donate to that one. Anyway. I mean, talking about donates, I have set up a Streamlabs tips page, although I don't expect anybody to use it. In fact, I am embarrassed to even admit that I have set one up. Maybe one day I'll advertise it a little bit more, but we are very close to getting monetization as well on YouTube for memberships and for super chats. We will see if we get that over the next few days, but again, I don't expect anybody to send super chats or whatever, but maybe a membership. Maybe a membership. I don't know what we could do for memberships. Maybe some emotes in chat. Maybe some kind of, if you wanted to be on the list for the month, a membership Hall of Fame or something. Probably wouldn't charge much for it, a couple of quid, but we'll see if we even get there. If we even get approved. We need to get approved first before we can do anything like that. Come on, girls. I'm running out of things to say. Quickly, give us some more attack, please. We could have just borrowed Cherune's equipment. We could have just borrowed Cherune's equipment. They're not giving us anything on this one, are they? Ooh, a rainbow pot. Crit rate and defense. We're trying to take out the Baron Fungus here. We need more attack power. Who will let these girls cook? Indeed. They are cooking up a stinker. That's what they're cooking up. Come on. There we go. Don't just click reforge. We've got a 2% attack. Let's lock that in. One more red or purple for attack, and I think we might just have to call that a day for the re-rollings. I'm sorry, it was a short re-rolling, but we haven't got it yet. There we go, 1.6 attack. Not the best, but it'll have to do for now. So, Baron Fungus, we are coming for you. We are coming for you, indeed, Fungus boy. There will not much room for you and me in this game. We're gonna make soup. We're having soup for dinner. Where are we? Where is she? Where are we? Where is she? Not showing up yet, so we're probably gonna have to reset. She's hiding now on Nozomi. Let's jump in and jump out again. Kinoko! Kinoko, man, that's what it is in Japanese, isn't it? Kinoko mushroom, I believe. Kinoko-kun, what are you doing? Where is she? Where is Nozomi? There she is, she's back. She was powdering her nose or something. Gone to an idol meeting. Right. Better equipment. It was 14 million damage or so we needed to do, so it still might not be enough. Probably won't be enough. Let's see what difference this has made. I don't know if unsetting Uni at the end there could help. Maybe we'll have enough now to remove this fungus from the game. Then we can jump back into the dark one. The dark one. Who is the dark one? Is that Carol? Is she the dark one? I guess it wasn't looking too hopeful at this point last time, but then something happened. Pekari went crazy. They went crazy, and we got rid of those mushrooms and we started doing a bit more damage. Oh, there's a little heal there. We hate to see it. You can't tell me that putting on equipment has made it worse. Surely not. Surely not. Yeah, there's no way in hell. Healed again. We seem to have done worse than we did last time. You little love Summer Pecco's Union Burst, indeed. What did we do? We messed with equipment, put on what should be better equipment, and did worse. What? What happened there? What's Baron Fungus? Get out of my sight. Let's try and do Dark Deep Quest first, and then maybe we'll come back and bash our heads against that fungus. So, who let me cook indeed? Well, that's a bit of a stinker mushroom soup we've got there. Anyway, stage 2 then. Let's get back onto this. We got some wins. We need to get some W's under our belt, and then we can build the confidence back up. Oof. Getting warm in here. I think the heating just came back on anyway. So we have two teams. Which one shall we run? We shall go for... Shall we try EO? We haven't run EO for a while. Actually, we have 3 teams. There was another one at the top that we covered up. Right here. Anyway, let's... Of course, Violet is there all the time. I've got fungus growing on me. It's just part of nature. Don't worry, we will deal with it eventually. We will... We will deal with it eventually. So we want to keep Ares in, and we want to keep Violet in. Now we want Christina, Medusa, and Io. We haven't used Io in here ever. I don't think we've ever used Io in here, so let's send Io in. And enjoy Hair Union Best. There we go. We don't really see a lot though. We don't see a lot from Hair Union Best. But hopefully these aren't going to be too much problem. We can always already move on to 9-3. Let's have a look. 9-3 is all magical teams. So we're going to be swapping back out again. See a dark aura around me. Where do you sensing key? I have a dark aura. Would I be on the dark elements if they implemented a card for me, a playable character in the game? You do not know the depths of my depravity. Well, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. The more like the depths of my foolishness. If you play Elden Ring, you know who said that. Oh, Medusa's down. What's going on? We didn't win. We did win. We didn't even without Medusa. How long has she been taking a rest for? And we still managed to get through. Medusa, what are you playing at? Anyway, we got a win. We can move on. 2-9-3. So 9-3, as we can see, are all magical teams. So let's send in one of these magical teams here. Where did I do that? Like I said, Violet's position on the team, probably Ares' position on the team, is completely safe. We need to swap the 3 in the middle. We want Misora, we want Alpha Nenica, and we want Ranfa Charm. Here we go. Let's send them in, and it does say to unset Violet, although I'm not sure we actually need to at this stage of the game. Hang in there, Misora! I don't know, well, I say it's a shame, but if Misora could summon Hair Plushie, Ranfa's summoning a little Drake with its skeleton breath there. Why can't Misora summon that little tanking beast of a plushie she has? That would make her value would skyrocket, would it not? And where's Skull Daddy? We haven't seen Skull Daddy for a long time. Where's Skull Daddy gone? Maybe he was in those files as well, and he's making a bit of a low profile. Skull Daddy. Connections to the rich and the famous, eh? So yeah, we get a win. We get a win here. And we can move on then to 9-4. And for 9-4 then, we have a team with Yamato. Do we want to relieve Violet of her duties just for once? A few teams here. One team with Yamato. Well, Violet's still there in second place. So what's the point? What is the point, Yamato? We could run that team anyway because it looks funny. It looks very funny. So let's run it because it is comedy. We need to take out... Actually, Ares is getting in a bit of a rest here. We could put in Yamato. And we could put in... Did they make this team just to make fun of Yamato? Did they? really come up with this team to make fun of Yamato. She's been schooled on how to tank by Violet there. Standing behind her, showing her what to do. What can you say? What can you say? Hopefully it works though. Hopefully we can get a W. Come on, Yamato. Am I the only player of this game that still tries to support you? Or has everybody given up on you already? Maybe we need to do something about alcoholism as well. Time for you to do some Boss 2. Boss 2, we're gonna win Boss 2. Boss 2. Thank you for coming, Legend. Thank you for coming to the stream. That means you are heading off. But if not, well, let us know how the boss fighting goes for you. But we're going to win there, Yamato. Being schooled on how to tank. Right, 9-5 then. Let's try and get through these quickly so we can see how good we can do against the boss. Is that not what everybody's after? 9-5 then. And what is it? A Cougar team? I don't think we're going to be on the Cougar team. Let's just go back to that magical team that we had. That we had last time. You're still occupying your left monitor. Thank you very much. I am certainly on the left. So let's get rid of Yamato again. And everybody else. We need Aris back. And we want the same team as we had before. So this time it is saying to unset the two with purple hair. On this team, that's everybody, more or less. These two. Watching me at all times? Oh my! I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. Carving a path as we are, I think. I'm assuming wrongly, but I'm assuming that we should be okay up to at least 9-9. We don't need to call 999. Hopefully not. For any of you that are not British, that is our emergency phone number. But there we go. We don't need to call the emergency services just yet, giving us a victory there. So let's move on to 9-6, and this is again we've jumped over to the physical lineup. So let's stick one of those in. And see how we do. We can't run the Hiyori team because we don't have the SA Hiyori, a pair that would be really nice to see pop up in our summons. Do not get rid of Violet. She's staying there. Right. Grace, Bicala, Medusa, and Christina. There we go. Well, I guess we're going to have to set them again. There we go. What are we on now? 9, 6, 7, 8. Now there's 4 more stages after this. We can take on the boss. We can see if we can take on the boss. And if we can beat him, that means Baron Fungus is still the last boss to take down. Will be the last boss to take down. Maybe I'm able to change the title of the stream slightly because I think we've done more deep quest in here than we did do challenge quest. But anyone that watches the VOD will see challenge quest first, so it's not clickbait. Not a clickbait. And then they get a bonus. They get bonus deep quests. Who is left? Just a little snail dude. The little snail dude goes down. 9-7 then. The same team. We could use the same team for 9-7. So let's send it in then. Ikamasu! Let's go! What else have we been doing today? What else have we been doing today? Also, what else have we been doing today? Also, need to microwave some tea. Needed to microwave some tea. Well, I'm a little hungry, but it is late for me, so itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. With your tea, unless that is the drink tea. In which case, you say the same thing, wouldn't you? When you're drinking something, do you? As if you're eating something. I don't know. I don't know what's happened to my brain today. I don't know what I'm gonna doom. What's it? What do they call it? Trauma dump. That's it. I'm trauma dump. This morning I wasn't feeling great, but today, right? But now this evening, my brain has all of a sudden started to seemingly work again, a little bit better. So I don't know what's going on there. It's hopefully it doesn't go back like that again. It was a little unfortunate. Anyway, 9-8. We're feeling a little bit better now. My brain is recalling information better than it was this morning. So let's continue. 9-8. And again, we got the same team, have we? No, it's slightly different. The same team is there at the bottom, so why not just continue with this? We may only want to change it up when we get to the boss. In we go then. If not, I suppose there were some other teams we could try. I'm running out of drink too. It's getting Nomimono? Nomimono! That's drink, isn't it? Again, all of a sudden my brain's why is it? It's weird. Really weird. Really weird indeed. A white monster. Is that like a Monster Energy drink or an actual white monster? Don't drink energy drinks. If it is an energy drink, stay away from caffeine. Because it caused what happened this morning, making my brain go all funny. But energy drink. Energy drink 好きですか? いえ。Energy drink 好きじゃない? What's this? I don't mind the taste of them. I just don't like what they do. You probably shouldn't drink them either. I mean, I guess they're not really known to be the most healthiest things. Suki de gozaimasen. Anyway, I don't know what, I mean, I'm going to go to sleep and I'm going to wake up and all I'm going to be able to speak is fluent Japanese and I've forgotten all English. I mean, that's not going to happen. What did happen last night, though, is I woke up coughing and nearly died. But really, we'll forget about that as well, because I don't know what happened. It's not a common thing, but it's maybe a little bit concerning. So let's move on to 9-9, shall we? 9-9 Deep. We're doing this Deep Quest just in case. We can at least say I've beaten Deep Quest. 9-9 Deep Quest. Same team is in there again. So let's just send it, shall we? Although it looks like, well, we was dropping a few frames there. Hopefully not. Let's send it. All love, Palm Man. Whee! Yes, we need. We like to see positivity. Well, what is it? Positivity. We like to see supporting other people out there. We don't like to see putting other people down. I guess that's what I should say. What is positivity? What is negative? Aye. We don't want to get into that. We don't want to get into that. One more fight then and we can get to take on the boss of the Deep Quest. The final boss. Final boss Chan. Until they release more, that is. Until they release more. We're all in this weird world. Weird fleshy thing. We gotta watch our homies. We do indeed. We need to look out for each other. I mean, we get a win. We get a win. I suppose as a younger little sprout, I guess I was a little bit naive, and I saw the world as a place where all humans were trying to help all other humans to be their best. And well, as you get older, you see, unfortunately, that's not really the case. So, we need to look out for the ones that look out for you. Oh, I guess you're back. Well, I have back. And underneath that, I have my little vessels through osmosis, which take nutrition and water to my leaves. And then I have a cold, dead heart. I guess I do. A cold, dead wooden heart. But it's still a heart full of love, I suppose. And anyway, we can move on. We can stop dissecting the anatomy of a tree and move on to a 910. There is a Sasuke in this. We haven't seen Sasuke a lot. And there's a Summer Shinobu. I don't have either of them. Can you guys see it? No, you guys can't see it. Here we go. We have Sasuke and we have a Summer Shinobu and a Hiyori there. So we might have a little bit of trouble. Hiyori is in all of these. And Sasuke is in all of these. And we're going to have to substitute. Which team am I closest to building? Honestly, this bottom team here is the one I'm closest to build. I have everybody apart from Sasuke. So, let's focus on that one then first. Why will Christina not take Sasuke's place in this team? So, who have we got in here? We want Makoto and Medusa, so I suppose all we need to really do is take out Picard-chan there. And put in, who was it? Makoto, Commander Makoto. And let's see how it does. If not, we have to borrow Sasuke. Is there a Sasuke to borrow? Again, Sasuke is another character I don't really see on here very often. Power Man, when he channels the energy of Alt, his negativity in the world. That's the dark friend comes out. Yes, the cold, dark heart of the forest will come out. But I hope it doesn't come out. You need to be kind and then it will not come out. There is a Sasuke. Shall we try the friend support Sasuke instead of Christina? Why ever not? Why ever not? We haven't seen Sasuke at all yet today, so let's give her a run. Gonna go full auto first and see if it is enough to take on Cursed Melee Bredel. Physical. Well, friend Sasuke, unfortunately, has dropped. So this might be one of those cases where we have a bit of trouble. So let's try Christina then. And I think the same thing might happen. Christina probably wants her armor back though. We gave her armor to Pecorine or somebody. let's see how this goes then. This time Grace is... Okay, maybe we've come up to a bit of a challenge here. Who the hell is that? Sasuke? That is... I wish I knew the name. A friend of Yukino's. I can say that. A friend of Yukino's and was a friend of Risa. Oh, I would like to get Risa too. But yeah, Sasuke, where is she? Sasuke-chan! Doko desu ka? She's gone, she's hiding. That was a dev friend that disappeared. I didn't think they disappeared. She was a figment of our imagination. Anyway, that didn't work, so what we was going to do is take a look at one of these other teams. And it's Medusa, I think, that they take out. And we're going to borrow this friend, Hiyori. She was there. Was she not? Where is she? I saw her right there, she is. See if that helps a little bit. I'm not sure. She looked like she's channeling her inner darkness. Well, she certainly was with the demon mask. What do they call those demon masks again? Oh, Grace is down. Grace should not be going down. She has invulnerabilities. Oni mask. The Oni mask. Oni-chan mask. Well, there we go. Maybe this is also a step too far for us. Is Sasuke back? Oh, is she back? There she is. There is Sasuke. She was released October last year? September, October last year. So she will not be coming on a return until May time, is it? Is that 6 months after? She hasn't seen a huge amount of use, but looks like she's pretty crucial for this fight here. But she's basically just damaged, just single target damage, which I don't know why we can't use Christina instead of her. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do here? I'm thinking, I'm racking my brains. We need somebody. Well, Grace kept going down. We're gonna change the team up completely, and it's not gonna work because, well, why would it? We're putting in Aries instead, and then we need another supporting character maybe that's gonna help to heal a little bit, perhaps. Let's see what happens here. That's going to get right down. At least you've got a union based off there. Well, so far it's doing a little bit better, but how long can we stay alive? How are we going to have enough damage, though? I mean, damage dealer has no equipment, being a deaf friend. Do we think Christina could survive in that place if we swapped her out? Well, I guess it's the age-old story. We've gone a little bit too turtle, a little bit too defensive here, and haven't got enough damage. But at least we're not out in the first few seconds. What are we going to try next? What are we going to try next then? Quite a way off beating the boss then. So yeah, obviously with most damage there, but shall we try again then? We just make little changes. Obviously there is the timeline for that. We could always try the timeline, but because I'm a lazy little tree, before we try the timeline, we'll try Christina. And then I'll have a little look at this timeline and see how difficult. It doesn't actually look that difficult, to be honest with you. There are only a few inputs, but if it keeps us alive, well, it actually says Sasuke needs some defensive equipment to survive, which means she probably won't survive because she has no equipment at all. So, I wasn't paying attention, and look at that, we are down. So yes, Sasuke did do a better job there than Christina by the looks of it. Let's try this way around then. If you borrow Sasuke again and we put in Grace, probably Ares was keeping us alive. What are our equipment? Yes, you can see she has no equipment on it at all. Let's see how it is. How far are we going to try? How far are we going to go before we say, well, we'll have to come back for this another day. Maybe we can try this after we summon for Pecorine. Which will be, how long will it be now before Pecorine, Pre-Fest Pecorine releases? It will be 1 week and 1 day. So 1 week and 1 day's time, we should, well, in a week's time, we should see a little bit about Pre-Fest Pecorine, what elemental team she is on. Princess Astoria Pecorine. What's the best thing? She's another light. There's no way she could be on anything other than light. Another light Pecorine. Would be quite interesting. Would it be quite interesting? We've got water and light Pecorine. What about a dark Pecorine? Or a fire Pecorine? I suppose you could always be a wind. I guess that is not too far-fetched, so it's probably light or wind, maybe. Anyway, that will be next week, something to look forward to. We're not doing terrible with this team. If Sasuke had her equipment on, maybe. If Sasuke had her equipment, maybe. Right, let's see if we can try running this timeline once for the team. The team is a little different. Will the team survive, though? We need to put in Dusa, and we need to put in Sasuke again. The friend Sasuke, who, unless I'm blind, has gone to... Yep, I know he's there. But let's reset. Let's reset. Right, so we need to start this timeline off with Violet unset. I'm expecting a quick death, actually. I'm not thinking it's going to make a huge difference. There she is. There's Sasuke. So we start this off with Violet unset. Let's slow it down first. And then at 58, Sasuke is going to unset herself and Medusa if she's still alive. And she is not. So there we go. That's what I was expecting to happen. She needs some defensive equipment on her to actually be able to survive that attack and for that team to work. So I don't think there are any other variations that I can build. Not having S.A. Hiyori, not having some Shinobu. Maybe this is one that we're going to have to come back to another time. So I guess that is something to look forward to then, everybody. I guess we can end the stream by admiring the squish again. And I also thank everybody for watching then. Hopefully over the weekend I will find some time then to take a look at these special unique equipment ones. There is a lot to unpack there. So we will do our best. We will do our best. But there we go. Alpha Quest Beta wasn't too difficult. Hopefully everybody loves that. Everybody loves that mode because it wasn't a strain, it wasn't a stress, it wasn't, oh no, here it is again, like we get with some other modes. And we've made a lot of progress with Deep Quest. Have a good night, Mr. Leaves. Have a good night, Legend. Have a good night, everybody else. There is a lot to unpack indeed. So I'll see you all again for another video. Bye, 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 bye. Hey, where's my button? Where's my button?